CompTIA ITF Plus Complete Training Course. Exam Objective 6.4, Compare and contrast authentication, authorization, accounting and non-repudiation concepts. Authorization. In our daily lives as IT professionals, we often encounter situations where we need permission to do something, whether it's entering a restricted area or accessing specific information. In the world of information technology, this concept is known as authorization. Authorization is the process of determining what actions, resources, or services a user is permitted to access. Or more simply put, it answers the question, what can you do? Now, let's talk about permissions. Permissions are the specific rights or privileges granted to users or software. Think of them as the detailed rules that dictate what can and cannot be done. For instance, in a computer system, a user might have permission to read a file but not to modify it. Or for a database, the user may be granted permission to use the select command, but denied access to the insert, update, and delete commands. A fundamental principle in IT security is the concept of least privilege. This means giving users or systems only the permissions they absolutely need to perform a task or job function and nothing more. This is best accomplished by enhancing the granularity of user permissions or being more specific with permission rules rather than generalizing. Now, how do we decide who gets what permissions? This is where access control methods come into play. There are several methods, but we will only cover the 4 methods listed in the CompTIA ITF Plus exam objectives. For our first method, we have role-based access control, or RBAC. This method assigns permissions based on roles within an organization. For example, all employees within the accounting department might have access to certain files, while regular employees have a different set of permissions. It's like having different membership tiers, where each tier has its own set of benefits. Next we have rule-based access control. Here, access is granted or denied based on a set of rules or policies. For instance, a system might be set up to only allow access to a financial application during regular business hours. This would be a time-based rule. Or perhaps access to sensitive data might be restricted to devices within the company's physical premises. This would be a location-based rule. Now on to mandatory access control, or MAC. This method uses labels, often tied to security classifications, to determine access. Files and users are assigned these labels, and access decisions are made based on them. It's a bit like a research facility where only scientists with a specific clearance level can access certain labs. And just a quick note for clarity, when we say MAC here, we're not talking about that unique identifier for your computer's network interface. And for our last method, we have discretionary access control, or DAC. With DAC, the owner of the information or resource decides who gets access. It's a bit like a homeowner deciding who can enter their house and which rooms they can access. Now here is the real trick to keeping these 4 methods straight. Focus on the keywords. RBAC is all about roles or job titles, rule-based involves specific rules, MAC uses labels and classifications, and DAC is all about the owner. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more great content.